Alright, well, welcome back. I've managed to make it out. Dad was kind enough to give me a lift down, but unfortunately he didn't get to stay. He's had to go off and go to town and do some chores. So I've been given, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, come down and have a scratch. And I picked a pretty easy spot, probably the first spot that most people would pull into. But we're going to see if there's any gold left here. You see how that just goes off into the wall there. Big massive digs at the back. Got a big tree down up there. So I don't know, the tree might have been eroding it, or we'll have to do a little walk around. Got some nice rocks. Got a nice big conglomerate there. Big bit of old riverbed. It does have some quartz in it and some big river stones. Big pile of, just the tailings that when it's been pumping around the corner. It does look pretty sandy, but who knows? Could be in it. It's got a nice bottom layer under it by the looks. Those kind of cobbles would continue off under there. There's some massive water races coming down, and the one's dropping there off that run that way, and the other one's just back down there somewhere. So, this would be an alright spot to have a look, see what's been dropping in, but it is in a very fast spot in the creek. Of course, you've got a bit of a chewed away wall, a lot of debris in it, a lot of leaves. Anyway, we will go check out up there. I've been digging up there once before. I might go grab the sieves and the shovels. We'll check out up there, and I've never really been downstream. Oh yeah, you see there's still a lot of rocks up here on the wall. Nice big roundy up there. Probably pulled a little bit of gold out of it. Big rocks. You see this would be kind of the line the gold's taken. Hitting the wall. Getting shot that way. See, it's also sandy. Probably wouldn't be worth digging too much into it. But you never know. We'll have to do some test pans. Nice coloration in the bottom there. Some big bars going off into the wall. And obviously you see the bar here, how it ends. And then you got all these big rocks sitting in there behind it. So that'd be a little bit of a spot you could test without going too far into the bank. Big boulders in here. Look at this for a rock collection going on. That's nice. I should have the pan down here because that's the kind of rocks and the size that the gold's usually hiding in. So someone's been throwing tailings around. Big heavy deposit right here. And there we got some kind of tarp caught up in the wash. Oh, she's very deep here. Good little hiding spot for anything, but just checking out the wash. It's definitely exiting, coming into here and exiting into there. But nothing on the surface. And then just look at this pile. Look at this for a pile of deposited quartz. Look at it, it's nearly perfect. Look how much it's coming up. Wow. It must flow through pretty hard. Especially up there. They've either chewed that out and same thing. This is all fallen in. Can't see too much action up the back. Look at that, all the river rocks down there in the wall. I'll have to go check them out. There's definitely some rocks around. Oh, this is insane, this little part. I can't believe I've never been here before. Look at this for a little rock collection. It's nearly all quartz. Over here, oh, this is what I want to show you. Seeing the wall there? It's like a layer of river rocks that was once deposited there. Not really supposed to touch that stuff in the wall, but you can just see what would be from there all the way to the back wall over there. Just a layer of rocks in under there. Alright, well, let's go up to the gear. Need to go get some pans and shovels. Check this out. Alright, I have to show you beauty in its peak. This is all quartz. Just look at it sticking out of that wall there. And then you got clay on this side, or decomposing bedrock there, and you got clay or decomposing bedrock there. And just look at the quartz lining up. Oh, and even underneath it looks pretty good. Let's have a little look at what's under there. It's just all quartz. Quartzing clays. I don't think it's going to be holding gold, but look, we're in the right area to be seeing that. And obviously you got more layers of decomposing bedrocks here with just muds and clays in them. So this would have stretched across the creek, I'd imagine. And it's just been blown in there. So we're going to come and check this out. Same thing, similar quartz. All just held up, falling out of the walls here, I'd imagine. See, just here, same thing. An old layer of rock. And look at that, all the big, nice boulders. But, you know, it's just in the wrong place for us. More big rocks in the wall. These are the rocks that would have come out of the wall as it went along here. You can see that there's no longer a wall here. They must have got a lot of the underneath of it, or it's had a lot of turbulence. This one out. See, we can see what they were getting into. A lot of quartz. A lot of quartz. See, a big tunnel going off here. They would have had a big hole going somewhere. Yeah, some really nice stuff in it. Same thing, you know, we'd be pretty lucky to find something that's holding gold still. But, so much erosion coming through, you never know. Alright, so I've got all the gear here and ready. Going to do a couple of test pans, check out what's in this hole here. See, it's a big low point after a big inside bend, so got some big rocks at the front and a big bar looking thing over here. And I'm thinking this tree might have eroded a lot of this, and that's why it's kind of just sitting here, so we'll test that. There's enough room to run the sluice nearly, and enough water. But anyway, let's get into some test pans. Well, try and keep it in focus as much as I can, and hopefully it doesn't get wet. See, there is probably it's probably going to be a good line of big rocks under that. See what I mean? Just because that's it's been getting pushed along the tree, it's expected to have some big rocks in there. So we might do a little scoop out of under here. It's a big rock. Very big rock. It's very leafy. We'll just do the one quick one. A lot of leaves in that one. Probably better off just doing a nice hole and getting down to it. Well, I've got a speck. Single speck. So you know it is here. That's a good sign. Do need a tub. My tub's over here. Grab that. Alright, so first sample, gold present up high on the right. We'll check one down in the deep now. Actually, do we just go straight for the big rock pile? I think we do. We'll pick a nice spot, nice early one. We'll go a second. Good rocks. That might be the spot. I need a bit of a deeper hole. Quick samples, nice and quick, only got a couple hours. The old pan, and she's a backbreaker. I've only done 2. Bit rough on this one, but just trying to get down to it. Well, nothing that big and great. Oh, I think I saw one bit actually. Did another little flaker. And look, that's not too bad, really. It's in the area. I should just do a tub and get the sluice set up right here. Kabang, kabang. Big hole, water, tub, moochie moochie goldo. I think that's what we're going to do. 2 samples is enough. We'll just bring them. Alright, what I want to do is just one more right at the front, because I know it is at the back, it's fine, but if I can get something coming off these bars here, that'd be great. See, a bit of a bar, probably this bar. See it, nice and deep. Ooh, bit of the gunk. That's what you like. Some better rocks in it. Now let's have a look. Well, same thing, single speck. Don't know if you can see it, but single specker. It's definitely coming through. I'm just going to have to move so much dirt to get it. There'd definitely be a nice deep spot in here though. Yeah, we'll get to work. Whew. I'm starting to get a bit of flow happening. If it does start running, I'll put the river sluice down. That'll be pretty good. Well, good news on the first mat. I am seeing some little bits of gold on there. So that's just the water hole. Some very fine bits, some yeah-yeahs, but hey look, there's quite a bit of it in there. Not too worried. I'll clean this maybe and test it. I don't know, I might just leave it on there actually. But that's just the water hole. I can get a couple of mats down this before I need to clean it. So I might jump into a hole here, or even into the middle of the creek, open up my water hole a bit more, and yeah, we'll be able to check out what's in here. All right. Just did the second one. Not seeing much change, but look, big bit still there. There was a bit of small stuff there, so I reckon the gold would be sitting in amongst that big pile rather than directly in the guts, just getting thrown up to the side. Did some tests from down here, and same thing, very fine gold, but there is a bar, so we'll go to a nipper pump of it, because I was just picking it up with me fingers. So we'll do a nipper pump and we'll check that out. Then I want to do a test from up here where there's a lot of big rocks. I'm thinking it might be bigger coming up here. Some big logs up in the jam. Might be alright behind them, but look, I've been testing just around here, because there is just a big bar that comes across here. So we'll get into some of these cracks that it's got in it, see if it's got any goodies. I like to get it all down to the low point. Alright, a little bit from down there. Let's set that up a bit better. There was a little hole in here, a little square gap. I don't know if it's natural or if it was cut in, but it's a perfect little triangle catch. Couple from there, and then of course it comes over the front of it through a tiny little crack. Clean that out, then into some big rocks down in here off the back of the bar. So I'm guessing it's going to be pretty good. There's some pretty big rocks in there. Straight down into a little hole. It's pretty full. Let's have a quick look. Little one-handed pan. I saw a little speck running around. Let's have a look. A couple of little specks. Very fine. Oh yeah. Whoa. Not quite the cleanest I could probably get it, but there's a few little specks running around in there. I just nipper pump them up. So it's not too bad. I'll just chuck them straight in the bucket. And I don't know, I might do a couple more nipper pumps. And who knows, that's just a giant pile of tailings there. Might actually try something on the other bar for a sec. But hey, look, there is gold around these bars. Alright, well, definitely gold in around these bars. Maybe we'll just do a scoop off the front of the bar. See if anything wants to play with us. Some big rocks in there. Oh yeah, it's a big boy. feels very rocky. Oh yeah. Nice bit of, that's some shale, quartz in it. And we'll go one more, because it's nice and deep here. Oh well, that's a good sample. Ah, just hit the knuckle. What's down here like? You've got a big bar right here. And obviously more bars and more bars and... same thing, some very micro specks. Have a look right here, eh? There's a couple of them. Quick sample. Looks good all over here as well. I think this is that spot I was at before, showing you. Well, nothing massive. We're in a very, very small gold area. Now here it obviously looks good, but the only spot I can see testing is here in the cobbles, where it's been pumping through so hard that hopefully something got caught up. In the top layer of cobble. Same thing, just the same couple of specks. Must be off it a little. There's really big rocks up in there. Is this where it's been coming through? It looks good, doesn't it? Good drop off, some big rocks. Is that for some mud? Just mud. Well, nothing big, same specks. Specks on specks. Might have to head back up there, see what goes on. I'll just try one from in here somewhere. Oh yeah, getting a bit muddy. A lot of dirt, but hopefully we'll find something in it. Oh, not much in there. Same speckles. Just goes to show there's not much coming down this far, is there? Well, I just did one more tub down out of my hole where I was getting some gold. I'm going to do one more just out of in front here. Just where it's, I don't know, been hitting and kind of throwing it up onto this pile. So we'll run a bit of the pile through. And that's pretty much going to be my day. I've got Dad coming to pick me up. He kind of just dropped me off and had to go do some stuff. So I've had me fun. We'll see what we've got in the bucket when we get home. Just seen some very micro stuff in that tub from the back side. So that's why we're going to jump in the front here. We'll see how it goes. Well, it's going to be the last one. Let's do a bit of live action and we'll get out of here. It's got a rock on the bottom there. It's alright. Just slowly cleaning it up off the back. So keep the water up. It's running alright. Let's clean it up. Oh well, hopefully we got something then, because that's probably going to be all I'm going to be able to do. The old camera is just about to run out of battery. We'll have a quick look. For some reason I'm not expecting anything massive down this end. But we did get one flake before, so you never know. Can't see nothing too big. Anyway, in the mat. Old boy's going to come get me soon. So we headed home. Well, we only just made it home. Ended up getting a flat tyre. So spewing. Dad's not happy. Just fixed the tyre. It's looking good. Gonna just pan out this dirt now. See what we get. This is the first pan. You can see it's all the fine stuff. I was kind of expecting that down this side of the creek, but you know, I'll do the rest of it. I'll suck this up. I've got a nice clean little sucker bottle to put it in. So let's do the next few. We'll go to 3. That time a little bit more. Nice little bit of size in one of them bits there, but still very fine stuff. Did get a little bit of a shot, maybe a 22, something like that, small caliber. Alright, let's do the rest of it. Again, lots of the small stuff up here. But not a bad spread. I've had days where that's all I got all day, so it's pretty good. I got one more bucket. Let's check it out. There we go. So some very micro stuff right at the bottom of the bucket. It would have been off the first mat. Let's get this in the bottle and I'll pour it all back out and let's check out what we've got. Let's do this clean up. Now, I don't know, I saw a lot of small stuff, which usually isn't my favourite thing to be chasing down the creek when there is such nice stuff around. Well, I think that's it. Let's have a look. Looks very, very fine. There we go. Quite going to be able to see it, but I'll get some pictures. Oh, look, it's there. See if you want to chase that kind of stuff. You know, I only went down to that spot because I was getting dropped off. You know, it wouldn't be a bad day's panning, but obviously I didn't get much in the pans. That would have all come out of a deep spot when I was sluicing then. Yeah, let's get some pics. Probably no point of weighing it up. It's probably only 0.2, 0.3.